No, we've moved practice up though. Usually we probably go about 3:30 today. We've moved things up. We'll get on the floor here in a minute. They're back there lifting weights. So not really. I went recruiting the early part of the week. If I couldn't get back, that would have messed things up. But, we're able to get back okay, and now we're just ready to play. But it really hadn't messed our routine up. School's out, so the guys probably love that. It's been out all week. So besides that, everything's been status quo. I mean, these guys can get around what they need to do.
And because, like in high school, you could get some extra time, does that kind of frustrate you a little bit, knowing that you had the time maybe to get some more work in?
Yeah, well, I hadn't been here, so I'm okay with it. But Monday we were off. We hadn't taken 2 days off in a row in a long, long time. Tuesday they were able to lift weights and have individual workouts, and Wednesday we were able to get back on the practice floor. And you could tell we hadn't practiced in a couple of days, but that was good. We were able to get up and down, and we'll be locked in and start working on Austin Peay today.
How nice is this bye week, this off night? Does that come at the right time after you've already clinched the OVC and you can kind of start working from here on out?
Yeah, I think so. We just want to get better. Our guys want to get better. We need to get better as we go down to the stretch run. We still got a lot to play for. We're very, very fortunate to win the conference. Great conference. Very appreciative of that. But there's, we don't talk about the streak, but we do have opportunity to finish out, and that would break the 23-game streak. But we got to win Saturday first, and we're playing a terrific rival that's going to come in here really, really focused and ready to play. So we're going to have 2 good days of practice and be ready to go. And then also, there's only been 4 teams go through the conference undefeated. So, just try to set some short-term goals for the East, but you can't get those goals if you don't practice well and you don't win on Saturday.
As far as, this comes later in the season, as far as this off game or off day, is it nice to kind of get players a little bit rested and healthy? Because, like you said, they haven't had 2 days off in a row all season.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to get these guys away. And the good thing about these guys is they're in good spirits. So, Monday we were off, but even with the snow, they were in the gym shooting on their own. And so that's good. That's when, and they're staying after, when practice isn't too long, staying after and getting shots. So, that's always a positive. And so, usually have 2 weeks, bye weeks built in. We moved the Eastern Kentucky game into one of those bye weeks, so we didn't want to play on New Year's Eve or the day before New Year's, so we usually move that game. And then this is our second bye week. And so the bye week's good for them. They can get away for a minute. Bye week's good for me because I can get out and recruit a little bit.
How nice was that for you? Like you said, you don't get a chance a lot to go out and recruit, and you kind of get caught up with that, having that opportunity to do that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's just hard to get out of town, because there's just nowhere to get to after practice. And so when you leave Murray, everybody knows you got to go. And so the assistants kind of rotate, on a weekly basis who's gone for a couple of days. If it's not their scout, they'll go and recruit. But the bye week gives me an opportunity to get, 2.5 days of recruiting in.
Like you said, you've only got 3 games left, but what more do you guys need to improve over those 3 games?
I just think we got to continue to become more efficient, take care of the ball, get back to really sharing the ball, assist the turnovers, but assist on made baskets. And then we got to continue to be a really good rebounding team and get back to being in the gaps and keeping people out of the paint and getting back on transition defense. You win games, but you still got a ton to get better at, and we just got to get in practice and do it and get better. And everybody wants to play games this time of year, and that's fun, but you still got to get better.
Talk about the return game, Austin Peay. You guys have clinched the championship. They got within 6, so they probably feel like they can play with you guys and put all that together about the game coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, you look at these scores, you better be ready to play regardless of your opponent, regardless of where you're playing. And so whether it's Austin Peay, Morehead State, Belmont, we need to be locked in, ready, 2 good days of practice and ready to go. It's a TV game, should be a good atmosphere if the weather can hold off in here. And Austin Peay's always played us well in here, so we're going to have to be on top of our game. They got a couple really good players, and it's a great rivalry. So, we've got to be locked in and play our best game.
You've already said it kind of sort of. Sometimes they go, hey, do you ramp down now that you clinched the championship and so forth and so on. Talk about you guys not having that mindset.
Yeah, you can't have that mindset. We've got a lot to play for. Winning games get you in the NCAA tournament. We got to win games. We got to get our RPI. Continue to try to improve our RPI. Continue to try to win as many possible games we can in the regular season. Try to have an undefeated conference season. Try to, we don't talk about the streak, but try to put ourselves in a position to beat that team of 2012, streak. And you only do that by winning games, and you only can talk streaks and different things like that if you win the next game in front of you, and that's Austin Peay, and it's a great challenge for us, and our guys, you know, they'll be ready. They'll be ready to go.
And with everything this team has done with the little points, I mean, do you really believe in this team? I mean, has it formed the way that you looked at it was going to be at the beginning of the season, or is it a little different than what you thought it was going to be, and you're happy with the way it is?
Well, if you've won 21 in a row and you're not happy, man, you probably need to change jobs. But I probably was the happiest I've been in a long time on Saturday. That was an awesome moment, awesome experience, and it was great sharing it with these guys. And they've done a tremendous job. A lot of people wrote us off, you know, but people don't follow us closely enough to know we weren't very good in November. But take away your best defensive post player. You know, bring him out with no practice time and play him because he's a senior, and miss another, you know, huge intangible guy. We were missing some pieces early in the season. That's just reality. And then the second thing is we weren't very good, and we weren't bought into how we needed to play. You combine all that, we weren't very good. People wrote us off, and because of these guys' work ethic and character, we are where we are right now.
Can you talk about Isaiah being traded and an opportunity with the 76ers?
You know, I grew up a Sixers fan when they had Dr. J, and that's my first NBA game I went to, the Hawks and Sixers back in 1982, 83, long time ago. Saw Liberty Bell and everything, so I guess we got to update Isaiah and let him know what kind of historic city he's going to be in. Philadelphia's a great city, great sports town. Just hope he doesn't become an Eagles fan. But hopefully he gets an opportunity to play because he obviously can be a good player at that level.
We're doing a story on Sap, just kind of an update on him being a father. I know last time we talked to him last season, he was just kind of getting used to it. I think now she's 11 months old today. So how have you seen him change and try to divide the time of being a dad and a full-time athlete?
Well, I'm going to ask him advice. I'm going to ask him here what to do because it's coming quick for me. But TJ is he's been a remarkable leader. I think he's balanced it really well. You know, that's one that he was so sick in November. People have no idea, but he was just so run down. He just hadn't figured out how to balance himself. He got really sick, and he wasn't very good back then. And so I think he's understood how to balance academics, basketball, his baby, you know, Daniela, and he's done a remarkable job. She's over here some with his girlfriend. The guys do a great job with her, and TJ's he's a strong individual, and he's going to be very successful, whatever he chooses to do. But I'm proud to coach him.
Has it helped his leadership abilities?
I think so. I think he's really taken a great leadership role for this team, and you know, there's probably no bigger leadership role than being a father, you know, which I'm going to find out about. But that's a lot more important than anything, and so he's doing a great job.